Hello and welcome back to my channel HiralsWorld. Today we are going to talk about 5 European countries that are best for you to settle in. I know you are seeing me after a long time, but I have been really busy lately with my family's arrival in Canada. They were arriving in Canada after 8 years and I really was very happy to show them around. But now that they have left after 2 months of spending amazing time with me, it's time for me to get back on track. But before that, if you're landing on this page for the first time, hi, I'm Hiral. I make videos about working abroad, studying abroad, and I live in Canada, so you'll be also finding a lot of Canada vlogs on this channel. As a study abroad and education advisor working at the top ranked university in the world, I get this question all the time. Which country is good for settling in? If you have watched my previous video that was released about comparing 5 countries, then you would have noticed that I did cover one European country. But then I started getting a lot of questions about which other European countries are good and which ones have good settlement options post-study work, what kind of tuition fees are you paying, and there is a common myth that European countries do not charge any money, it's like the education is completely free, and some of it is true, but it's always half knowledge, and half knowledge is always very dangerous. As we talked about it in our previous video, we had compared 5 different countries on the basis of its tuition cost, its job prospects, what kind of racism is there, what kind of job opportunities would it provide, what kind of post-study work visa options are there, and whether or not overall how much would I give it out of 5-point basis. And in today's video we are going to follow the similar pattern wherein we will be comparing 5 different countries for its settlement options. For example, we will be comparing 5 different countries on the basis of its tuition cost, what kind of post-study work visa is available, what kind of jobs are in demand, and whether you should consider this country or not. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start this video. At number 5, we have a country which is known as Malta. Now I'm sure that you would have noticed that Malta, there is some content about Malta out there, but still it is quite underrated country. Malta is actually very well known for its, really beautiful environment. It's a small country, but it's also one of the very good countries to settle in. When we are talking about studying in Malta, you can expect to pay the tuition and living cost of around $1504, that is $1,500 per month, and tuition fees can range from anywhere from $1,300 to $1,600 per semester. So for example, in a year, there might be 3 or 4 semesters that you would be studying in. So each semester take about $1,600, especially if you're going for something like engineering sort of courses, then $1,600 is quite common fees, whereas like for other humanities, commerce related courses, $1,300 is what you can expect. When it comes to residency and citizenship options, I'd say that after staying in the country for 5 years, you can get residency, which is permanent residency of that country, and also which can lead to citizenship as well. In terms of post-study work visa option, you can get up to 12 months of post-study work visa after finishing your degree. So especially that's only important for non-UC citizens. That means people from India, from Pakistan, and any other countries, right, who are not a part of European Union. When it comes to job opportunity, Malta offers variety of job opportunities, especially something in technology industry. There are quite a lot of multinational companies in Malta as well as a lot of startups are coming up nowadays. So you can always expect to get a job in Malta. I think jobs are plenty in there. Some of the in-demand courses and jobs are anything that is related to business administration, culinary and hospitality management, transportation, MBA, and engineering is of course so much more in demand. So that's all about Malta. At number 4, we have Ireland. Ireland is by far, I'd say, my best and my very favorite country, and that's not only because of its beautiful landscape and it's really wonderful out there, but also because of the multitude of options that it provides to the international students. Ireland is very much similar to any other country, like for example Germany, or you can even talk about France, right? Because when people are talking about working in Europe or studying in Europe, they only think about Germany and France, or maybe sometimes Italy too, right? But Ireland is actually one of the really good countries because number 1, Ireland offers 3 years of post-study work visa option. And then again, if you were to stay in the country for 5 years, you can go for naturalization, which is the citizenship of that country. And talking about living cost and tuition cost, it might be a little bit more than Malta or like other countries that I'm going to discuss in the future. Ireland used to provide like really, nominal cost of studying, but lately because of COVID, everything has changed. And that's why Ireland's tuition cost is a little bit on the higher side compared to other European countries, but still it's not as high as US or Canada. And I would say like living cost is anywhere from $1,500 to $1,600, which is USD. But it also depends on the kind of area that you're living in. If you're living in like big city, then of course the living cost is going to be higher, which is $1,300 to $1,600. But if you're living in like, some other suburbs that are not very well known or are like rural parts of the country, then yes, it can go down to as low as $500 as well. Moreover, Ireland is a leading country for a lot of multinationals and a lot of startups, so you will find variety of jobs in there. The best way to obtain citizenship of this country is living there for 5 years, and of course, as I already told you before, if you were to study in this country, then you get up to 24 months of post-study work visa, which is like similar to, any other countries. Sometimes I have heard that like people also get 3 years of work permit as well. So, it really depends, but I'd say let's count it as 2 to 3 years of work permit. And then beyond that, if you were to stay there, then of course you can go for citizenship option as well. The in-demand jobs in this country are mostly into construction, trades, management positions, or any other startups. Especially if you are interested in doing a business or especially something within technology field, then Ireland is a good option for you. The other good things about Ireland is like it is very high in terms of renewable sources of energy. So if you are into like sustainability and like exploring renewable sources, then that is again going to be a good country for you. So anything in engineering, technology, even marketing, I'd say, is also quite high in demand in Ireland. So these are the jobs and these are the areas that you should be considering if you're planning to study in Ireland. Next up is France. Of course, everybody knows about France. I personally like France because of its program called Campus France, which is it's like a website where you can apply. If you are under 25 years old, then you are supposed to consider France. I mean, there is no way that you cannot consider France. And that's only because of its like really, work integrated sort of learning programs that it offers. So basically, if you're under 25, then you get a lot of benefits from the government. You also get good like, sort of program where you are studying for 6 months and then you are doing internship or working for 6 months, which is a paid internship again. And besides that, you also get to work off campus. So really, if you were to be able to learn French, because that's the only drawback of France, is that you must know French. You must be able to speak French. And also, not to mention that there is a little bit of racism that you can face in France, especially with related to like brown skin. It is very evident to see some sort of racism. Again, it is not to an extent that you would see in Germany, but it is out there, right? At number 2, we have a very good country. Actually, I was kind of debating between a lot of Nordic countries and I was like, oh, which one should I go for? And then here I come with this perfect gem. It's actually a hidden gem, to be honest, because not many people talk about it. And the country is Finland. So Finland is one of the best countries offering free education for international students. International students can also work for up to 30 hours per week during their studies, and they can stay in country for up to 2 years after graduation. Now, living costs in Finland are quite lower than the other countries around in Europe, and that's why I told you that Finland is a hidden gem. So Hiral, what's the catch of living in Finland? It cannot be all good, right? Well, the only catch is that, of course, you should know Finnish. If you were to not know Finnish and if you were to study in any English language courses, then there is a minimal or rather nominal tuition fees, and that tuition fees varies anywhere from $500 to $1,300 per semester. So that's the only catch that you will find when it comes to selecting Finland as your country. So I'd say that the average cost of education in Finland can vary anywhere from about 4,000 euros to about maybe 10 to 15,000 euros. It really depends on the type of course that you are studying. And the living cost is anywhere from 700 euros to about 1,000 euros. And that's actually nominal cost, just so you know. Some of the popular courses in Finland are anything related to engineering, business, computer science. Education is actually very much booming in Finland. I still remember when I was studying my degree, I used to read researches that were done in Finland on their education system because their education system is considered to be one of the best education systems in the world. And the other in-demand occupation is nursing and anything related to medicine. So all of these occupations are in demand. So if you are planning to study in Finland, then make sure that you're choosing anything out of these courses. And there are also some of the good universities which I'll be listing over here, so you can also consider looking for free education in these universities. I've personally done my research and these universities are offering free education. But again, if it's an English taught course, then it is possible that you might be ending up paying some fees, so make sure that you do your own research as well. At number 1, we have Luxembourg. I've made so many videos about Luxembourg, and of course you know everything that there is to know about getting work in Luxembourg. The video is over here. But if you are thinking about studying there, then here is what you need to know. Luxembourg is actually one of the richest countries in the world, and it is also a very small country. And that's why the cost of living might be a little bit on the higher side. But the good part is that because it is such a small country, you can live in the neighboring countries and then pay less cost of living and then study in Luxembourg and work in Luxembourg. That's what many people do as well. If you are a EU or a Swiss citizen, then the cost of studying in Luxembourg is free. But if you are a non-EU citizen, then you can expect to pay anywhere around 12,000 euros per year for your tuition fees. The average cost of living in Luxembourg is anywhere from 1414 to 2036 per year, so like around 2,000 euros per year. And some of the popular courses to study in Luxembourg are medicine, engineering, humanities, psychology, economics. Or some of the universities that actually offers good scholarships are these. And if you are interested in exploring or studying in any of the countries, and if you are one of those aspiring students and if you are from India, then my team is offering free of cost consultation to anyone who is wanting to study abroad. Now, let me tell you one thing, that when I was deciding to study abroad, I had faced so many challenges and so many issues. I overcame all of them. And now my only motto is to give you free and valuable source where you can rely and you can get into your dream university. The only thing is that I should be able to select your profile. So make sure that you sign up using the link that is in my description box below, and I will be very happy to help you. Currently, this is only open for Indian nationals. So if you're from any other country, then I'm really sorry, but my team will expand. And on that note, this concludes this video as well. I hope that you have liked this video. Please do give it a thumbs up because it means a lot to me, and I read each and every comment every single day. So please do ask me questions or comment on this video. And I really hope that your dream of studying abroad comes true, and I'll see you next time. Until then, bye.